Guys, Wimpy here and welcome back onto this channel. And in today's video, I wanted to continue the series, which is the Jaws Secret Key series, and I wanted to review the fifth book in the series, which is the George and the Blue Moon. This is a fantastic book and it is spectacular. And without any further ado, let's dive in. So the protagonists of this book are George, Annie, Eric, and the super friendly supercomputer Cosmos. You all know them, right? Yes. So it starts out really usual. George and Annie are in George's treehouse, just doing and discovering many new things in space, and they were very keen to go in space. But Cosmos strictly said no. He was not allowed to send kids to space. That was the really sad news, huh? And then what happened is that George and Annie were checking out Annie's tab when they found a message astronauts wanted from the age restriction of 11 to 15, and that made them overexcited because they were 12 years old. George and Annie started filling the form, and the next day what happened is that they filled the form, but Annie started receiving many horrible messages from a bully in her class. So George took the messages took the tab itself and showed it to Eric, and Eric did a really smart move. He showed it. He connected to Cosmos, and Cosmos located the place from where these messages were sent, and they found out who the bully was. And he was really heartbroken and started crying because it was her best friend. Eric had also the same situation. He was bullied by many people in his Cosmodrome too, where he is working as a scientist. He was bullied by many people, and all the people started making up stories about him. George was baffled because he thought that Eric and Annie were the coolest persons he had ever seen. But everyone started bullying them. Why is that so? He didn't know that. So just to cheer up Annie, Eric commanded Cosmos to open a window from which they could see outer space, and they could just see a moon of Jupiter, which is Europa. And then they saw a really different thing, a really perfect hole on the surface of Europa. And Eric rushed to his office saying that it is Artemis, but Artemis hasn't launched yet. So he rushed to his office, leaving behind Annie and George with many questions. What is Artemis? They didn't know. And then Eric came back in a few hours with a really sad news. He was retired. He was not going to work anymore, and he was going to spend 24/7 in his house. And another thing made it really bad. George's mom and dad were going a place where they could continue and make a eco warrior activity, and Annie's mom was going to a contest where she could sing and tambola, all that stuff. So it left behind Eric, Annie, and George in Annie's house. The next day, they took Robo Eric and took him to the Cosmodrome 2, because Eric didn't allow them to go in Cosmodrome 2 and play as an astronaut and join in that astronaut wanted system. But they took this Robo Eric, and this Robo Eric made them sign up, and they finally were signed in this challenge, which was the next day. They took Robo Eric to a place which is Cosmodrome 2, because Eric didn't allow for them to go in this astronaut wanted. But they took Robo Eric, and this Robo Eric made them sign up, and George and Annie stayed there. There were many exciting challenges, and George and Annie were not paired up. They were teams where two people are in one team, and George was teamed up with a girl, and Annie was with a girl. She was teamed up with a girl. And this Igor, he was a Russian, and he didn't know English very perfect. and he just translated what he knew from Russian to English. But that was not perfect. But George somehow managed to understand what he said. There were many challenges which they passed by, and the final, George, Annie, everyone went to the finals, and that was an exciting news for them. And then what happened, this whole astronaut wanted thing was just a prank. Now, Ricardo, the head of this astronaut wanted all this stuff, was actually a person. It was not Ricardo. She took a plastic surgery, and it was none other than I-A-M. So this I-A-M, who is none other than Elliot Merak, wanted all these kids to test if he could transport some kids with using the quantum teleportation to a place. The last book he used the quantum computer, and now he's using the quantum teleportation, which he knew the solution. And then it started out really very, very baffling. Then what happened, Yes, George's mom, George's dad, and Annie's mom were all packed up in a box which were placed in Cosmodrome 2. Annie and George didn't believe, but they had to believe. Yes, Annie's mom and dad and Annie's mom and George's dad and mom are locked in separate boxes. But they were still alive. That was the main thing, and that was the best. And then now Elliot Merak and George and Annie are left behind. And what happens? Will George and Annie save their mom, dad, and go back to the place, or are they caught by Elliot Merak? You read the book. This is a fantastic book. It was better than the previous book, and the previous book was better than the other previous, and it is going in this way. It is a really awesome book, guys. I would love to recommend you. Please go grab it and read it now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like to this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video on this channel. Until then, see you guys in my next video. Till then, bye.